Attention. Attention. Please stand by. After the chaos of the recent days, the President of the Republic has replaced the Chancellor of France on paper. A new Chancellor of Germany will head a coalition government. The leader of the Parliament, Hermann Goering, says this signals the start of the National Socialist Revolution. Heil Hitler.
What's all this fuss about Poland for?
It's nonsense. No one's threatening any Germans there.
It doesn't matter if it's true or not. Hitler's just looking for an excuse to invade.
That's what it looks like.
And I don't think the British and French will stand by this time. Hans, what if Hitler dragged Germany into a war?
I don't know. I've thought about it a lot. And prayed.
Sometimes I just want to stick my head out of a window and shout, "Wake up, everybody! Come to your senses! Being ruled by madmen!"
Perhaps a lot of people feel as angry as we do.
I don't think so. Just look at the crowds who cheer every new crime the Fuhrer commits.
I know.
Heard the news?
What?
There's no more chance of peace.
Our army started moving into Poland this morning. Now it's definite. There's going to be war with Britain and France.
Shh. Schmidt's got very big ears.
Heil Hitler!
Good morning, Jacob.
Isn't it lovely and sunny?
Hey guys.
Willie?
Lily.
Hi.
Okay. So you know the Ministry of Propaganda says that every German should be honest, intelligent, and a National Socialist?
Goebbels won't shut up about it.
So why is it impossible?
Go on.
If you're intelligent and a Nazi, you can't be honest. If you're honest and a Nazi, you can't be intelligent. But if you're honest and intelligent, you can't be a Nazi. Shh.
Fortunately, that's not a joke. It's the plain truth.
Tom, you're listening to Hubert.
Sure. Where are we having lunch afterwards?
Cheap and good. Don't talk about food. I'm starving.
Wait a minute. You know, we talked about drawing up a leaflet.
Have you had some luck?
We can write and print the leaflets ourselves, but we'll need help to distribute them. Trout? Willie?
Maybe.
Christoph?
Definitely not. He's got a young family to think of. Besides, we're about to do something very dangerous.
We're going to start telling the truth.
What's the holdup?
Nothing.
On our way.
It started to ooze onto the paper. Leaflets of the White Rose.
Every honest German feels ashamed of his government.
To spread these lies around?
Use passive resistance to stop the spread of this godless war machine.
And then a second leaflet is written.
Since the conquest of Poland, 300,000 Jews have been brutally murdered.
And a third and a fourth. Didn't these traitors know that their pernicious filth was undermining the war effort?
Every opponent of National Socialism must use sabotage in armament factories, in all the war industries, and in the newspapers.
We didn't know who was producing the sewage, but we knew that they were the worst kind of traitors. The leaflets were spreading obnoxiously in the post.
We must attack the power of Adolf Hitler.
They even had the nerve to twist and turn the words of our greatest writers.
The unfamiliar word freedom is murmured on every lip. Until on the steps of the temple we cry out in delight, freedom, freedom!
Who's responsible for this filth? That's what everyone asked. Who?
We are your conscience. We will not be silent. The White Rose will not leave you in peace.
Shut up!
Morning, Professor Huber.
Good morning, boys. Ready for a little philosophy this morning?
What are we doing, sir?
Whether an individual should do what the state tells him is right or follow his own conscience.
I look forward to it.
I'll see you in the lecture hall.
Attention, everyone, attention. Some of you may have heard about the vile, unpatriotic leaflets that have been spreading in local towns. Today, I found some of this so-called white rose filth in one of the lecture halls. I have informed the university chancellor. Dr. Woods has told me that he will not have Munich University's name tarnished with the presence of such garbage. Let us be clear, if any student, in any way, is involved in the production or distribution of this madness, they will be found and punished most severely. You have been warned.
Are you getting used to the craziness of university life, Sophie?
I've only been here a month and just keep getting scared here.
Trout, are you joining us?
I didn't see you, Crystal. Come on.
Good afternoon, Trout.
Willie, have you met Han's little sister, Sophie, yet?
Delighted to meet you.
She joined us in May.
What do you think about studying here?
It's better than the war service.
For sure.
Have you heard about these leaflets Schmidt was talking about?
Put it away.
Immediately.
I found it in the library. I only wanted to know who was writing such marvelous things.
I've read a couple of them. It's astonishing. Where's your brother? We've got an anatomy lecture in a minute.
I don't know. I haven't seen him today.
It's gonna be late.
Here he comes.
Hi, Sophie. Have you got a lecture this afternoon?
No, I'm finished with it.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Maybe write a letter?
If you've nothing else planned, why not write your letter in my apartment? Then we can eat together this evening.
Okay. The unfamiliar word freedom is murmured on every lip, until in the steps of the temple we cry in delight, freedom, freedom. Hans, you've written these, haven't you? The white rose leaflets.
What makes you say that?
There's a quote in this one from Goethe. Your copy of Goethe is open on the desk.
So what? Everybody reads it.
You've marked the very same passage that's in the leaflet. Hans, I'm not a fool.
It's dangerous to know about these things, Sophie.
Are you alone?
You better forget what you see.
Are you on your own, Hans?
There are a few of us. 2 or 3, that's all. We write leaflets in a friend's studio.
Then I must help you.
No.
I must and I will.
But Sophie,
I have never been so proud of you. We are cursed beneath the godless evil in this country. No one dares to speak of it on the streets. But you have found the courage to speak. Do you think my conscience can be stilled? That's not what our parents taught us.
be true to yourself and to God, whatever anyone else says.
Then please, Hans, don't condemn me to silence. I want to be a part of the White Rose.
Attention. Attention. Please stand by. Excellent news from the Atlantic. Our U-boat fleet continues to devastate the British and American war machine. 700 tons of shipping has been sunk in the last month. In the east, our great summer push is meeting with unparalleled success. The Russian army is in full retreat between the Donetsk and Don rivers. The enemy are now falling back towards Stalingrad. But even that great city won't protect them for long from our brave and determined soldiers. Victory for the fatherland is assured. Heil Hitler.
Can we please stop for 5 minutes?
We've only done 40 so far.
See what your muscles are like after half an hour of this rusty old handle.
We've got them. 208 betting stamps.
Well done.
Where'd you buy them?
Don't worry, we split up and went 20 different places.
Never more than 10 stamps at a time.
I said it was for wedding invitations.
I said it was for news of a funeral.
And then we met Christoph.
We're all having a picnic with him and Herta in the English garden.
In about an hour.
But
We had to. Christoph says he's got some important news for us.
what about?
He wouldn't say.
He was going to come here to do it otherwise.
We had a real job shaking him off.
You did the right thing.
He mustn't know anything about this place.
I think he's getting suspicious about what we're doing all the time.
Suspicious is fine. As long as he doesn't actually know what we're up to, he's safe.
It's been an hour. Miley's a volunteer for a photo job.
What's that?
Put a stamps on. I can't stand the taste.
I don't mind.
Are you sure? With Hitler on the front, he's gonna have to keep kissing his backside.
Fine, because one day Hitler can kiss our arses.
look like you haven't seen the sun in days, Hans.
You all look pale and pasty.
What have you been up to?
You know, studying.
Really?
Yes.
So, what's the news you got for us, Serta?
Come on, we've waited long enough. Go on, Christoph, you tell them.
It's your news, really.
So what is it, Herta?
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have another birthday to remember soon. Do you mean? Yes, we waited until I was certain. I'm pregnant again. How wonderful!
Congratulations, both of you.
That's great. Well done.
22 years old and your third child, Christoph. No wonder you're always looking so tired.
We knew you'd be pleased. You know the one thing I hate about being a father again?
The nappies?
The thought of bringing up children in a world run by idiots.
Perhaps they won't be around for much longer.
Hilly's bound to run out of luck.
I'm not quite sure. I believe everything has a purpose. We're on this earth to move towards good, not evil. But right now, everything seems to be going the other way.
Things will change. Lily's right.
We have to make them change. That's why I want to join the White Rose.
What are you talking about, Christoph?
I know it's you lot writing the leaflets. I know for some time. It's the style, the questions. There's no one else it could be.
Please don't say any more, Christoph.
But I want to help. It's my duty.
Your first duty is to your wife and family.
But I want to do something.
Hans is right. You've got other responsibilities.
We're all single. We can take the risks.
I want to do something.
Besides, you're a help already.
I don't see how.
The discussions we have about right and wrong,
But that's nothing.
Christoph, if you ever got involved and the Gestapo ever found out,
they wouldn't just hurt you.
I know, but it's so frustrating.
You're playing your part by discussing ideas with us.
I've been thinking a lot since the first leaflets appeared. Maybe we can talk sometime about new things to write about.
that would be good.
Christoph, I'm afraid I promised Mother we'd pick up the children by 2.
We better get going then.
Thanks very much for the wine food.
And the good news.
You can all come to my mother's if you'd like.
That'd be nice, Herta, but
We've got essays to catch up on, that kind of thing.
Well, just remember, if you need any help with your studies,
Don't worry, I'm sure there will be one day.
Attention. Attention. Please stand by. Our Eastern armies have taken great steps towards controlling the Russian frontiers. The summer campaign moves from success to success. The enemy cannot resist for much longer. Early this morning, our infantry crossed the Rhodon. There will be light casualties, but expect good news soon. Stalingrad is within our grasp. Stalingrad is all but taken. Victory is as good as ours. Heil Hitler.
We need to start printing thousands, not hundreds of leaflets.
We've got to involve everyone we can. Everyone who can afford to do this, that is.
Christoph was asking to help again.
No, it's too dangerous, especially now. There's something you should all know.
What?
While Sophie and I were away, we met someone we used to go to school with.
Hans Herzl.
Hans knows someone with contact in the Gestapo. It seems the secret police are going mad now leaflets are appearing again. Fortunately, they don't know who's responsible. But Hans says they've been taking a lot more interest.
I didn't know he had contacts with the Gestapo.
It's not a close contact, but we need to keep our ears open.
I know we're worrying the Nazis. Have you heard what they're doing for the university's anniversary celebration?
making us goose step at the lectures?
They're sending the governor of Munich and Bavaria to give us a talk.
Geisler's coming here.
That's what Professor Huber says. The authorities are disgusted by the lack of enthusiasm amongst the war for the students. They think the leaflets are probably to blame.
That's a real compliment.
So Geisler's can give us a pep talk.
I find it incredible, absolutely incredible, that while the fatherland is engaged in the most important struggle of its existence, some of you students try to hide with your noses stuck in a book. I know others are only too happy to serve in the armed forces. I honor you for it. How angry you must be that here in Munich and in other places, treacherous anti-war is being passed from hand to hand by traitorous scum. And girls, what can you do for the fatherland? Well, that's easy. The best thing, of course, is to not focus too much on your studies. Concentrate instead on providing babies for the Fuhrer. 1 a year, it's a perfectly natural process. What better a foundation for our 1,000-year Reich? Hey, what are you doing? I'm speaking on behalf of Europe. Stop that! They're the ringleaders. Arrest them!
You and your friends are having quite an effect. Your leaflets have shown protest is possible.
Leaflets?
You and your friends are the right folks, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm proud to have such a student.
It's not just me.
I want to help. When there are no legal means to protest, one has to choose other ways.
All right. We're preparing a new appeal to the whole of Germany and beyond. We value your advice and what to say.
I have some free time now.
Attention. Attention. Please stand by. It is with great sadness we report that the heroic battle for Stalingrad came to an end yesterday. The efforts of our glorious 6th Army will go down in history. Finally, they have been defeated by superior force and unfavorable circumstances. 300,000 of our finest men have given their lives to the greater glory of the fatherland. Future generations will say that the foundations of the German Empire were laid here in blood and sacrifice at Stalingrad. Our leader has proclaimed 4 days of national mourning. Heil Hitler.
That's an awful lot of leaflets.
Alex and I worked throughout the night.
You've got to get some sleep. Hans, you'll burn out.
Hans also sent a message yesterday.
Why?
They think they're close to uncovering the White Rose leaflets. What do we do? Stop and destroy this? I thought about maybe getting out, going to Switzerland. Both of us could go, but if we did, they'd only arrest everyone else. And mother and father.
We can't stop what we're doing. We can't run away. Hans, what do we do?
Keep going. Even if it means risking prison or a concentration camp, as long as we're still alive and the Nazis are defeated, it doesn't matter.
If we set Munich alight, all the other universities in Germany will burst into flames.
That's what we've got to do, Sophie.
Press up. I'm a little girl. Noisy. Cries all night. And I have a little delivery of my own to make.
What's this?
I've done what I said. Jotted some ideas down. It's the outline of a new leaflet. It calls for the end of National Socialism.
Sounds interesting.
Sorry, I can't stay to discuss it.
Give her to our love.
Will do.
Thanks.
Let's do it before the next changeover.
We'll put some outside every lecture hall.
No. Let's put them where everyone can see them.
The traitors are found. Students, young students, a brother and sister, spreading the poison, challenging Hitler, calling for freedom, saying we're finished. The traitors are found. They must be dealt with. The traitors are found. They must be dealt with. The traitors are found. They must be dealt with.
Show me your army papers.
Your student papers, please.
They seem to be perfectly in order.
Thank you.
What's that?
Nothing. News about a play or something? I haven't looked at it.
Who gave it to you?
Some boy. I don't know who.
May I have it?
Or perhaps some of those leaflets lying around? Unpatriotic rubbish.
That it belongs in a rubbish bin. I'll throw it away for you.
May I call you Sophie, Miss Schultz?
Yes.
Why did you have a suitcase with you at the university?
My brother and I were on our way to my parents' house. We were going to collect some clean clothes.
And why did caretaker Schmidt say both of you were distributing treasonous literature?
It must have been someone else. Students look all the same to him. He can't tell us apart.
I'm inclined to agree. Subversives aren't usually so well spoken.
Where's Hans?
In another room. He's being treated very well.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
You may well be correct. We'll have to see. Shall I get you some coffee while we're waiting? Real coffee?
Yes, please.
There's something I must check with you, Hans. While you're being brought here, your apartment was searched.
Did I leave dirty socks on the floor?
My colleagues were more interested in the stamps. Great many 8 Fenning stamps.
I have a lot of friends.
You use a lot of envelopes. Rather interesting ones.
I can't remember what they're like.
Same type that's used by the White Rose.
They're very common. You could get them in any shop.
So you do know what kind of envelope I'm talking about. Oh, and there was something else.
I'm afraid we're not able to let you go after all.
Why not? We've done nothing.
Another member of your group has just been arrested.
I don't know what you mean by group.
Yes, you do, Sophie. And this gentleman is clearly a part of it.
The piece of paper you tried to tear up. It's taken time to piece together, but now we can read it.
It says the most dreadful things about the Fuhrer.
It calls him a military fraud.
It demands the end of National Socialism.
The handwriting matches other perfectly innocent letters in your apartment.
The culprit's been identified and taken into custody.
Christoph Probst.
No! It's only about luck he gave me that. He hasn't done anything else.
He's a family man. So, if it isn't Christoph,
Who is responsible for the White Rose leaflets?
I am!
I am.
Nobody else. Not my sister, just me.
Just me, let my brother go. I'm the only one to blame.
Glad you decided to start telling the truth.
But let's start right at the beginning. We want to know everything about the White Rose.
The court is called to order.
Read the charges.
Consul, Sophie Schultz, and Christoph Probst are charged with conspiracy, giving help to the enemy, and weakening the will of Germany.
Filthy traitorous scum! They deserve eternal damnation for their treachery. These criminals have wasted enough of our time. Unless the accused of anything is safe with themselves.
I have your honor.
Go on quickly.
We are called traitors, but all we've done is tell the truth. The war is lost. Why don't you have the courage to face
Can you
it?
say anything to disprove the charges against you?
No.
Then remain silent. Mr. Probst, what do you have to say in your defense?
I thought hard before writing what I did. I'm convinced that ending the war is for Germany's good. I have 3 young children and I don't want them to grow up in a world where...
Silence! The court does not exist to give cowardice a voice. Be silent, Mr. Probst. And what of you, Mr. Schwolf?
I only ask the court to remember that Christoph has a wife and children. He wasn't involved with the printing or distributing of...
If you're not speaking for yourself, don't speak. Well, my job here is very easy. Stop.
I want you to represent my son Donna.
What is happening?
I'm here to represent my children.
Throw him out.
We speak. One day they will see true justice. What's going to happen to them?
The court has heard all it needs to hear. It's clear that the accused has called for the overthrow in wartime and the sabotage in the National Socialist way of life. All 3 are to be punished by death! Take them away.
I'm sorry for any pain I'm causing now.
Apologize for nothing. As soon as your father and I get back, we'll find the best lawyer in Bavaria. Even in these godforsaken times, we can make an appeal.
Perhaps, but if things don't work out, give my love to everyone.
Of course.
Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye.
Mother?
I'm so pleased the governor let you see me.
I believe they had a luncheon that day. Are they feeding you well, Sophie?
Very well.
I'm proud of you, Sophie. And
It's not so bad here. The bed was surprisingly comfortable. I slept very well last night. Just before I woke up, I had a dream I was going to a christening. I was carrying a baby in a long white dress. Suddenly, a great crack opened in the ground, and I just had time to lay the baby on the far end, where it was safe. And then I tumbled into the abyss.
So the baby survived?
Yes, I was so pleased. I set out what I'd done to do.
Oh, but Sophie, what if I never hear you come into the house again?
It'll be all right. The war will be over before they have time to do anything.
I'm proud of you.
And you, Father,
I'd like to keep you longer, but the prison runs a timetable. Now!
We'll visit in a couple of days.
What you and your brother done will go down in history.
Sometimes, when I look up at the stars, I start laughing. I can't help it. It's the most wonderful feeling to be part of something so extraordinary as this world.
I believe everything has a purpose. We're on this earth to move towards good, not evil.